Hey guys, this is Brick, and today I'm going to be giving you my impressions of South Park: The Stick of Truth. I've had this game for about a week now. I played through the whole thing, so I know how it ends, but this is going to be totally spoiler-free as much as possible while still showing you some of the game. So let's just go ahead and load into a very specific point. Where are you? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, how did I just saved this. Okay. Okay, this is it. I found it. Found it. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Alright. So. The first thing you're going to notice is that this is South Park in every aspect. It looks exactly like South Park. Jesus Christ. Let's go this way. Don't worry about it. That sound is nothing you need to worry about. Okay. Like I was saying, sorry, when I was interrupted by the evil German, this game is exactly South Park. This is perfect. If you like South Park, you are going to like this game. It is a guarantee. Even if you do not like this kind of game, you're going to love this game simply because it's like getting a couple episodes of South Park, basically. It's the story all the way through is perfect South Park, and there is probably a reference to every single episode of the show in this game. There is so much referencing happening throughout this whole thing. It's pretty fantastic. Now, I'm not going to tell you too much about the story because I don't want to spoil it. I will just tell you it is hilarious and it is good. That's all you need to know. The story is solid. Let's look at these menus really quick. Game has a lot to do with this Facebook-like system where you keep up with all the people in the game. Al Gore is one of my friends. Collecting friends gives you perks, which we'll talk about in a moment. There's plenty of inventory where you have your weapon, your ranged weapon, your different gear, which has a bunch of different perks to it. All your items, which you use very frequently in combat. Junk, which is just selling stuff. It takes a while, but each one of these is references after references after references. It's pretty obtuse how much they put in here. You can change how your character looks by finding stuff in the game. And yeah, that's about it. Your character stays completely quiet, so you're not a major part of the story. Well, actually, technically you're the centerpiece of the story, but everything's happening around you and you're just kind of there because you're quiet. You don't say anything. Alright, now we have plenty of abilities. I rolled as a fighter for the time that I played through, which there are 4 classes. There's the fighter, which is what it sounds like. The mage, which is like a wizard, but not as cool, according to Cartman. The thief, which is, you know, subterfuge and all that sneaky stuff. And the Jew, which is probably the most creative and interesting of them, but I did not play it, so I have no comment. All I know is I had a good time playing the fighter. Now, these perks are earned by getting friends right here, and this is much less, this is the boring stuff. This is like, oh, you know, you do more damage when you're injured. That's boring. These are the moves that I have right now as a fighter. Beat someone down with a baseball bat, and then there's different ranks for each one that give you different effects. Kick them in the balls, headbutt them, blow a horn, just simple stuff like that. And then there is magic, which is all fart related, and I won't spoil that for you. Now, I have a lot of quests. These are all side quests except for this main one right here. And then there's the world map, which is kind of really cool to see because you get to see South Park in all of its glory and where everything belongs. Like there's your house, there is Cartman's house, Kyle's house, Stan's, and then Kenny across the railroads over at his poor little like beat down shack thing. Plenty of stuff to explore. I had a good time running around the town. Ended up finding stuff like most of the way through the game. I was still finding new things to look at. I didn't explore the world completely from the start, so that might explain it, but hey, don't judge me. Now, there's plenty of collectibles as well. There's a whole friend collectible thing. You can find Chimpokemon, which is amazing. Equipment, which is tedious to me. And then there's all this quest collection stuff that you don't have to worry about. And then we have our party members, which this is really not that spoilery because they're all silhouettes at the start, and I'm pretty sure you can figure out who's who. Gee, I wonder what this party member could be. Huh, I don't know. Anyway, for what I want to show you, I'm going to need Jimmy as my partner. Jimmy the Bard. Yes. Now let us go this way to the ranch. Up this path. See, look, do-it-yourself veal. There's already freaking references.
Oh boy, the cattle ranch. We're here. Excuse us. Hello?
Hey, get off my ranch!
Sorry to bother you, sir. We are elven warriors of the forest. I understand you might have a flute for sale.
You want to buy the flute?
It just so happens I'm a level 10 bard, and a flute is just what I need to play magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs a flute is just what I need to play. A flute is just what I need to play magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment. A flute is just what I need to play magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment.
No, there is no skipping this.
Of enchantment. Magical songs of enchantment. A flute is just what I need to play. A flute is just what I need to play magical songs of enchantment.
No, I'm serious. There's no skipping this one.
Magical songs of enchantment.
As far as I can tell, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be able to. This is happened to me last time. I'm just gonna hold spacebar.
Yeah, well, only problem is the flute's in the barn, and there's where the crazy cattle are locked up. Damnedest thing I ever saw. Some of the cattle started acting real funny. I tried to calm them down, but they shouted something in German and then tried to kill me.
Well, don't worry, sir. You just need the help from a level 10 bard and his warrior friend. Leave it to us.
All right, if you say so. Here's the keys to the barn.
I was saying fighter earlier. I meant warrior. My apologies. Please don't shoot me. Here we are at the ranch, which is just one of the many areas you can explore. I'm pretty sure I was actually able to hold space and skip that the entire time, but for some reason the graphic was not showing up, so I didn't realize it. So sorry you had to listen to him stutter and chat for so long. Anyway, let's go in the barn so we can talk about
All right,
combat.
cows, it's time to stop misbehaving. Looks like we got a fight on our hands.
Yes, we're fighting Nazi
Can't
cows.
you take a
Don't
joke?
question it. Don't question it, just accept it. Now let's talk about combat. If you've ever played Paper Mario, you're going to feel so at home right here. Paper Mario is one of my favorite games. Shut the hell up. So I feel it very at home with Paper Mario, so I was super happy about this. Now, as we can see here, they have different armor values, which affects how much you do. Left clicking will do a weak attack, right a strong attack, and F will use mana, which I do not currently have. Now let's beat him down. Different weapons have different effects. I just set him on fire. And then your companions also attack as well. Each companion has a unique weapon and unique abilities. And let's go ahead and use one. The Song of Buffness. This is good shit right here.
Time to warm up the crowd. There once was a maiden from Stoneberry Hollow. She didn't talk much, but boy did she swallow. I had a nice lance that she set up her. The maiden from Stoneberry, who is also your mom. Wow, what a terrific audience.
Fantastic. Perfect. Everything we needed in that. Now there's an... Oh, Jesus Christ! There's an active blocking system. Right-clicking will block damage. Are they all just going to commit suicide on us? Ah! Ah, this is not a good display of combat! Ah!
Everyone's a critic.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting them all to explode on me. Okay. Well, shit. We'll have to find something else to fight. There's plenty of world exploration in this game, although it's never too complicated at all. It's usually just something like shooting an object in the world, such as this right here. I knew I missed. And possibly, farting on it with Dragon Shout!
Is that the setup or the punchline?
Oh shit, I missed.
Did you shit your pants?
Keep firing. Fire this way.
Oh yeah?
Attaboy. That is basically summarizing the entirety of the world exploration in a single fart. We have now received the flute. There is never any puzzle or anything that's too complicated. There's plenty of hidden stuff around the world, but it's, once again, really nothing to get confused about. It's all very simple. But it is somewhat satisfying when you find a secret item. Surprisingly so.
Hey, you did it! You elves were pretty all right. Did you find the flute?
I sure did, Rancher Bill. And now my bardic abilities will be greater than ever before.
Well,
Beautiful.
you earned it. See you around.
Thanks, new kid. I couldn't have done it without you. Where should we go next? Next.
Ooh, we leveled up. Excellent. I don't really care since I've already beat this game and I'm using an old loaded file, but hey, we can't kill the immersion for the viewers. Alright, before we go into another battle so I can actually get into the combat a little more, let's go ahead and use my favorite companion, Butters. Let's fight some Nazis. Since you've already seen the cows. Might as well.
I'm Butters the Merciful of the Knights of Canharderness.
Beautiful. Okay, so besides your regular ability, you also have your ranged ability, which ranged abilities seem to be a little more varied, or your ranged weapons are more varied in effect. They have different like ways that they scatter and hit other enemies, things like that. There's also magic, which I don't have mana to show, but I'd like it if you found it yourself anyway, because it's all pretty damn funny. Let's go ahead and use an ability. Let's use Rochambeau. Now, everything in this game is pretty much a QTE. I kind of messed that one up. I missed the first thing. Every attack is a quick time event, and I know that's a very taboo word in a lot of gamers' minds. I really do not find it to be all that bad at all. I enjoy it in this case.
I'm sorry.
Because a lot of it's Twitch-based, and it never comes up on you with any sort of, like, surprise thing. Like, oh, hit S really quickly! It does a couple times in very specific situations, but it's nothing that I ever got frustrated with. And I don't know if I'm alone in that or not, but that's just my opinion. Now, with the items in the game, I actually ended up using items a lot. As you can tell, I have a shitload. Look at all these mana potions and health potions I have. You can use one item every turn in addition to attacking, which is pretty unique for this kind of game. I actually had too much mana, so now if I don't use a fart move, I will literally shit my pants on the next turn. So let's go ahead and just cup a fart. Boom! Threw a fart at him. That's essentially the entirety of the combat system has already been shown to you in the brief fights I've had with the dynamite cows and these guys. It's not complex, but it is pretty satisfying. Some of the enemies do get pretty hard near the end. It stays easy for a while, which is weird. I messed that up because I wasn't paying attention.
Leave us alone.
It stays very easy, and then the end of the game started picking up pretty hard. I had to use an item just about every turn, which is basically how I describe very hard. If you played this on a harder difficulty, then I'm sure it would be quite the challenge, I think. Anyway, my total verdict on this game after playing through about 10 hours with the entire main quest and half of the side quests, this game is awesome. I really enjoyed it. The only things I would say are that there's nothing special for the PC version, so don't feel all elitist if you get it on PC. If you have not watched South Park, this game is not for you. It is far too embedded in South Park's stories and stupid jokes and lore. I use that word very loosely because it's friggin' South Park, but lore. And
You don't have to tweet me. I'm right here.
if you really don't like turn-based RPGs, like with a hateful passion, then avoid it. Otherwise, it's more fun than most turn-based RPGs because it goes the Paper Mario-ish route of being more actively involved with it, like clicking and doing little button commands, and it never surprises you with the QTEs. Overall, I really like this game. I recommend it to just about everyone I know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm done with you people.